Now, when it comes to collections that we're going to data bind to, we have a change notification challenge there as well. If we're just using something like a simple array or even a list of T, and we're adding and removing items from that collection, the binding is not going to know anything about that, and we're not going to see the changes reflected on the screen. This is where observable collection of T and the iNotify collection changed interface come into play. The base level support you need to ensure that the UI stays fresh is that your collection type needs to implement an interface called iNotify collection changed. And you should see the similarity here to iNotify property changed. iNotify collection changed raises a collection changed event. So it's the conceptual dual or parallel to the INPC interface. And this one covers changes to the collection, meaning additions and removals, or really changes of what objects are currently in the collection. If you've come from previous technologies such as Windows Forms, it's important to realize that the collection changed event is only going to fire for these add, remove, replace, and clear type operations, things that change the overall set of objects in the collection. You won't get a collection changed event fired if a property on one of the objects within the collection has been modified. If you want to know about those, then the objects that are in the collection will need to implement iNotify property change or be dependency objects with dependency properties to get those property level notifications for the objects in the collection. Now, the best way to go about this, as the title of the slide suggests, is to not implement anything yourself. There's a built-in collection type called observable collection of T that already implements the INCC interface or iNotify collection changed and will raise those collection changed events for adds, removes, and so on. So in general, the easiest way to think of things is anytime you're going to expose a property that is a collection and you want to data bind directly to that collection, make sure that that property is defined as an observable collection of T. This means that if your objects are coming in, say, from a service call or you've read them in from a database, they're not necessarily already going to be an observable collection of T. The good news is that type has a constructor that takes an IEnumerable, so you can pass in any other collection type, and it'll basically just iterate through that collection and add references to those same objects into your new observable collection of T. And that's what you can expose for data binding. So let's take a look at a demo and see how using observable collections instead of other collection types solves our UI synchronization problems for collections.